Kerbin till it shatters through the ocean. I wanna make shockwaves.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, cats and dogs and other farm animals, this is Arinia, and welcome to episode 27 of Kerbal Space Chronicles. Now, we had just finished Project Des Moines, which was our first successful orbiting flight. It didn't bring back very much science, but what it did bring back was a whole host of achievements. Of course, that's completing the thing, maximum crew in a vessel so far, first launch, okay, first crewed launch, yeah. Stage destroyed. First reaching space with crew achievement. First crewed orbit of Kerbin achievement. And of course all of these achievements. And of course some stages destroyed. First crewed return from orbit of Kerbin 2. Another 200,000 funds. Always useful. And we got some new strategies. So really quick, I want to jump over to Space Age here. And it talks about all of our achievements. It, in fact, has a history of our stuff. Had a lot of money come in. Project Denver Mark II was our heaviest vessel. Huh. Well, I mean, I did basically launch the thing on an N1, you know. Of course, we lost Project Amarillo. And let's check our score. We actually have quite a strong score. 289 points. Not bad, but now we have to pick our next destination. And for now, we are going to stay in the neighborhood because there are a couple of other things to do over here. So I will see you guys in space, probably. But for now, stay tuned. Alrighty, I'm back in the Space Center, in the Vehicle Assembly Building for a little bit here, because what I've done is I've put together a target vehicle for Project Detroit. Yes, this is going to be the first one to dock in orbit of Kerbin. We're going to go ahead and accomplish that today. And I have this target vehicle. It's essentially the docking... Whoops! Accidentally grabbed the top off of it. It's essentially the docking nose cone that goes with the nose cone of the capsule we're using. It's got a couple of cargo canisters, some more fuel, and a lot of science. Basically, these are the non-reusable science experiments, and I'm going to take those up and we're going to do them along the launch and then collect all the data with an EVA once we're in orbit and docked and everything. So that is going to be the next project. But one other thing I'm going to need to do is if we go ahead and launch that, add it to the build list. If we open Project Des Moines, you'll notice that there's no translational control on this spacecraft. It'd be very hard to dock. So what we're going to do is we're going to add some translational control in the form of these rotation blocks. Around the bottom of the service module, and these go around the top of the service module. In 45 degree. That does not look like 45 degrees to me. Well, maybe it is. I don't know. But either way, now we have translational control on this spacecraft, which we are going to rename Project Detroit. Save and continue. Now I'm going to make sure that it didn't create two things, because I might have done that on accident. Now we also need to add experiments, and in this case we're going to add the triaxis magnetometer, since I forgot to do that like a moron in the last episode. Anyway, we're going to build Project Detroit, and I will see you guys when both of these spacecraft are in orbit. Alrighty, and we are back in orbit with Project Detroit, with its target vehicle going somewhere around Kerbin. In fact, we're going to go ahead and tune into our map and watch the little magic map loading freeze. Give it just a moment here, and Kerbal. I said Kerbal. There we go. We have the map, and there's the Project Detroit target vehicle. It's actually in a pretty good place. Go ahead and set that as the target. Okay, where is it relative to us? I think it's ahead of us right now. How far ahead of us? It's about 2 million meters ahead of us. But we should start gaining on it relatively quickly. Hopefully it doesn't take too particularly long. Okay, we're within about 700,000 meters. Alrighty, another quick map load. I don't think I want to move up to it yet. I think we need to get closer, because how much closer do we get on every half orbit? Let's see, time to periaps is 26 minutes, so... Well, what's our orbital period right now? 55 minutes? Okay, so how far are we from it when our apoapse is 26 minutes? Okay, so we close about 300 kilometers every single half orbit, so... Once we're down to 300 kilometers distance, I'll go ahead and burn up. We'll close in. And it looks like we are burning... Why do I keep doing that? I have a HUD. I have a HUD set up for that. I think I have a HUD set up for that. If not, I have MechJeb's maneuver info. Yeah, HUD 5. Oh, I need to move that. Okay, let's see here. Okay, it looks like we'll get within about 53 kilometers on this first approach. And we'll go relative velocity negative. There it is. Less than 100,000 kilometers. Really quick, we're going to go ahead and... Oops. We're going to pop the cap off that. And then continue to close in. Okay. What I'm going to do here is I'm going to switch back to SAS. Because what I want to do is I want to force the anti-velocity vector onto the anti-target vector. Look how my separation at approach has gone all weird. Okay, relative velocity negative. In fact, we're going to go ahead and slam on the brakes relative to the target here. And the bad news for us is that puts us on a suborbital trajectory. So we are going to have to hurry up and correct that suborbital trajectory by going toward the target. Okay, and I need to pull the velocity vector toward the target. There we go. Now we go towards the target. Okay. Now we kill our relative velocity and we just keep walking ourselves in. I know it's a very slow process, and we kind of came at this really weird. I don't think we burned all the way up to it, so I had my mechanics a little wrong. Yeah, I really had my mechanics wrong here. Because I need to burn up to it. Target at 9.2 kilometers. Estimated burn 51 seconds. Ouch. Okay, you know what? This HUD is just misleading me. It's doing weird things with me. Now, if I go ahead and switch back to SAS, I should be able to push the vector closer. See, there we go. Now we're going to come inside 8 kilometers. And I think a 5-kilometer approach is pretty good for now, because we do need to start watching our fuel. mean, it'll hold out for another 2 minutes, but we need to also have some left over for docking too. Alright, now we go towards the target. That'll bring us within 200 meters. So we turn relative velocity negative. And I think this is going to be finished in the next episode, because we are starting to run a little long here, so you guys will get to see the conclusion of the docking in the next video. In the meantime, thanks so much for checking things out, and stay tuned for my outro. Hey everyone, Arinia here. Thanks so much for watching this latest video out of my channel, and thanks so much to these patrons who, among others, are helping make this content possible by donating at least $10 on my Patreon page. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't, leave a comment. Tell us what we need to do better. If you liked it, still leave a comment. I'm always open to input. If you like the channel, subscribe, hit the notification bell, and join us on the Discord community, link in the description. If you want to support the channel, and I really hope you do, please, down in the description is a link to the Buy Me a Coffee page, which you can donate to for a one-time donation, or the Patreon page, which you can head on to donate monthly and get perks. In the meantime, this is Arinia saying once again, thanks for watching, take